Hi you guys, so today I'm going to be doing a reading here. So, listen you guys, it's raining, okay? Or it's about to rain. My feet is about to get extremely wet and I do not like that. Okay, so we are going to be talking about Bruno, alright? We don't talk about Bruno. It was our wedding day and then Bruno said, it's gonna be clouds and all of a sudden it's clouds, right? So I was just channeling something. I'm not gonna get specific here, but I was basically channeling like how you guys are learning a new language, or yeah, you guys are learning a new language. This can also be for the other person, but I'm gonna be talking as if it's you guys. So this can also be, like I said, yeah, you guys. So I was trying to how someone's learning a new language here. They're learning something new, right? How you're learning something new, yada yada yada. And I was saying like it's almost like as if you guys need to learn something so that way you can be justice, you can be in the high vibrational Libra energy, okay? Because it's like something was not okay. Okay, I'm always referring to my past situations. Okay, like I've gotten cheated on, like I had a friend. I know this always happens, but I just like sometimes I'm in disbelief because it's like, how can you be a girl or how can you be a woman and you can feel confident enough to take someone else's man or take someone else's stuff? Okay, especially a man, because you're a hoe now. And now it's like every sense, like everywhere you go, it's like you tell that story. Oh, I was young. There's no. It's not you were young. If you're gonna use it as an excuse, then there's no like it's not an excuse. You are aware of what you're doing, right? It's young means like I'm ignorant. I didn't know. I couldn't tell from wrong and right. You can clearly tell from wrong and right if you, like I always say, if you know how to have sex, you know what's wrong and right. You know that it hurts to go in the butthole, right? I'm just being raw. You guys know how I am. So you know it's wrong to go in the butthole, right? But it feels good to go in the other hole, right? So if you're taking somebody else's man and someone is hurting, right, that think of that as a butthole. Should you be doing that? Because all parties are supposed to be happy. It's supposed to feel good. And if one person's getting hurt, then that means that that's not the way to go. Okay? Now, if it's something where it's like, I do not want to be with you, if the guy or the woman saying, I do not want to be with you, the person's getting hurt, maybe that wasn't the right way to say it. Maybe you should ease it on them. Okay? A little easy, right? But my point is, if all three parties are not happy, then it is not correct, right? So for me, I just call them like, hey, you're a slut. You don't have no discernment here. And again, it's not just like, oh, you're a slut because like you don't like you know what you're like you don't know. If you don't know and like you're like, okay, maybe how do you tell if someone's genuinely like being they don't know. You can tell like if the math problem comes out incorrect all the time, if it's consistent, then it's like, okay, you don't know. Now there's a difference. Okay, I will say when somebody is complete like deliberately making it like doing something wrong, you can tell if you have high discernment here. You're like, oh, okay, you're just messing with me. There's a certain finesse, there's a certain structure. Okay, like when somebody's playing mind games. Okay, but if you guys are not hip to the game, then you can tell the difference between your genuineness of your reactions here. Okay, your integrity here. I don't know when you're playing mind games with me. Like my ex-best friend, I don't know you're playing mind games with me. I've never felt this way before. Okay, so that you can use yourself as an example. There's always ways for you to figure it out. And I concluded with my ex-best friend, if you guys don't know, that the chick was playing mind games with me. I've never been this jealous before, and my ex-boyfriend, he was playing along with it. Okay, so that's something where it's just like, okay, and it'd be like, people I went to go talk to, they was like, okay, he's young, this is his first time, it's like, it's, you guys are young. No, if you know right or wrong, if you don't have no money, you gotta go get money, then you know what I'm saying, you need to go survive, you need to go find some way to make money. That's right or wrong, right? Or like, that's like the difference between surviving and not surviving, right? It's opposites. If you're aware of opposites, then you are aware of what you're doing, kind of, depending on like the situation or your experiences. That's how I play this. That's how I play in this world. Okay, and sometimes you just don't know. Sometimes you gotta wing it. Okay, it's not just black and white with me here. Okay, so like I said, I was channeling a situation where I was like, okay, we kind of had to be like a high vibrational Libra, where we have to be hip to a certain language, okay, and after we get our full download, like Neo, right? There's actually like a protein, not like a powder thing that's called Neo, okay, pretty good. Kind of like gives me like a matcha. Anyways, another point. But like Neo, like Neo, right? We kind of have to have a download of Neo. It's like, the universe is like, give these people some time to like play along, or like, repent. Okay, these people need some time to repent. Okay, because the people that are like in this repenting energy, they like, I can't come down, but the blueprint was, hey, if they were humbled, if they were grounded, they would know that this okay, I can't come at you and bring justice with just anybody, right? Because this is a special language. This is something where it's like, I told you to not write in the book, and I told you to not write in the book for a reason, and you still want to do it, and you still keep going, and you still keep going. It's a difference. Okay, there's intuition, unless it's for protection. You should only pull out this card only if it's only for protection, right? But if you are doing it for pleasure, that is not good, right? Like, you're no, we have to bring in a specific person to bring justice in a situation, right? Now, like I said, like my ex best friend, the chick was playing mind games with me. Okay, I've never, like, I'm telling you, I was around the best, and I still didn't feel that way. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had friends, and I still didn't feel that way. Why are you special? That's in my mind. That's how I was thinking. I'm like, why are you special? Like, like, okay, the intimate. Do you hear the thunder? Like, like, why are you special? Why are you special to ruffle my swan ruffles? Okay, my swan flowers. Okay, why are you so special? Like, everybody's special in my book, but why are you special to, like, really touch it and get really intimate with it? So we are going to do a read on that. And I don't think it's like a wiggy thing that I was like, throughout the whole thing, I saw it was like getting gray, and I was like, is it gonna rain? Is it gonna rain? And then I hear, da, 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 da. So my, like, me questioning things, and me, like, having these thoughts and stuff like that, it's for no reason. Because if I saw gray, made an inference, if I saw gray, and I'm getting the feeling, and then, oh, look, thunder, gray, oh, da, 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 it's lightning. So these things that I'm concluding and I'm feeling and I'm channeling here, I should say, right? There may be some truth to it, right? Okay, so let's see. Let's bring another confirmation out, which is tarot, right? So, yeah. Because I'm like, yeah, I'm young, but why am I the only one? And we had, like, kind of similar upbringing. So, like, if there's similar upbringings, yeah, the background, we didn't grow up the same, but we are now in the same similar, like, like, language, right? So why is it that I'm catching on, you guys are not both catching on? Like, I mean, like, you completely. Sorry, my throat is tickling. Like, somebody's like, tickle, 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 tickle. So, like, why is you not catching on? Yeah. And I'm like, what's going on? Oh, and I even said, I'm jealous. I'm envious. I'm jealous because, you provided this person, you provided my ex with something here. Mind you, he could have took my job. I was working at a job where you can stay there forever. But he's like, no, I want to work at a job where you can stay there just for the time being, for your age. And I'm like, why? What's the difference here, honey? Is because of our backgrounds? Because the day we live in, it's like, it's pretty much like the same. Everybody's doing like what we're doing. So, like, what are you so scared about? Like, I don't know, like, what was going on here, and I'm just like, a lot of things are not adding up, honey. I just think that you just don't like me, or, but I really like this person. I just didn't know what that situation was about, and I just couldn't believe that this person would do that, like, and I know you guys are, I refuse to believe that you're goody two shoes. I told you I was jealous. I do feel like to a certain extent, I was jealous and envious. I feel that. But it's like, I was a little too jealous. I was a little too envious. And, like, geez, I don't get like that. Like, I have a high discernment with myself. I'm not going to react. I'm not going to, like, go back and forth, right? We're not going to do that. Like, nobody got time for that, buddy. And I'm just like, what is going on, honey? I went to everybody when I was in college. I went to everybody, and I explained to them, I went to everybody because, bro, I was so, like, what is going on? I have no idea. I feel these feelings. I feel these butterflies in my stomach every time I see the girl come through. I invite her out, be nice, and I'm just like, why am I still feeling jealous, or I feel this inferior type of feeling? Like, okay, granted, it's my personal feelings, and then sometimes when I do hang out with her and it's not my and it's not my ex-boyfriend, I don't feel those ways. I congratulated her when she got a new job and stuff like. I'm like, I didn't feel that. Like, of course you feel that. I'm gonna be honest. I did feel it a little bit, a little bit. I'm not exaggerating. I swear to God, I swear to my grandfather, bro. I swear, bro. I'm like, everybody feels that way, but it wasn't like, oh my God. You know, and now that I'm talking about it, it's like, okay, well, maybe you feel that way because, you know, he's your person. But I mean, like, bro, the way how he was coming off and protecting her, and it's just like, all right, bro, like, you good? Like, you need a reality check or something like that? Like, you good? And I'm like, I know it's normal, but then it's like, I want to go explain to her, I saw the situation. And then she's like, oh, well, you know, then she still go do some shit like that, bro. Like, I'm like, yo, like, you good? Like, and I'm not someone who like fight and stuff like that. I just I let it be, because it's like, you like each other, you go, you know. But and then the last thing that pissed me off, you guys, he went back to the job. He went back to the stability that he provided for her. And I said, why are you going here? Why can't you go to my stability? We can. It's long lasting. Why would you want to keep switching? You know, I know you want to have fun, but it's like, we're not in a predicament to keep having fun. And I think that was a sign to say, hey, listen, it's raining. I think that was a sign somebody got caught in the rain, obviously, right? But I think it's a sign to say that, hey, I'm not staying with you and I don't want to be with you for a very long time. Clearly, I did not get the love language, right? But I didn't get it. So let's see. Let's get into some tarot. So I feel like this is a story for you guys here. Maybe you guys are working with somebody, you like somebody and all this other extra good stuff, and this person is like, this situation, this company, it's a love situation, whatever the situation is, you know, they're showing signs of like, it's just short term, honey, you know, and you know, you have to find like a new place, or you have to find a new lover, okay? Because I don't want to be with you anymore. I want instant gratification instead of long-term gratification here, or at least, you know, I don't want, you know, long-term gratification with you here. And the only reason why they don't want long-term gratification with you is because you guys do not act like the culture. You're not fake. You're not a cheater, okay? You don't have kids, okay? Or you don't have these things that matches their environment here. And honestly, to be quite honest, that's discrimination, okay? You're supposed to be accepting everybody in a situation. If this is a company, if this is a friend group here, okay? Like, these are not cliques, okay? I mean, it is cliques, but it's like, we're starting trends here, aren't we? Or we're starting cliques. Do we want to stay the same, or do we want to start a new trend? Because as from what I'm experiencing in this world, it's about trends up in here, okay? Let's stay evolved, and then let's make that into a culture. But then in the culture, there's trends. So which one are we? Like, you know, are we going backwards or are we going forwards? Do you hear that, you guys? Okay, so you have the moon and we have the three of wands here. So there's some secret plans that's happening. Okay, maybe with the Cancer here, it feels so cool in here. But there's some secret plans that's happening with the Cancer here. Okay. This person is coming in and out, or they're going to be coming in and out for now on here. You guys are unaware of this person's actions here, but they're going to be coming in and out here, and this person, they are making plans here. Why is it a secret? I don't know, but I do see with the Page of Wands here, this is something about like, oh, heads up, like, oh, I want to tell you something, or I want to show you something here. So this person could be going in and out here to show you something, to get something, to like, you know, bring a blueprint to you here. Yeah, but this person's not thinking straight. That's not smart, though. I think it's not smart. Not their plans is smart, but it's not smart the way how they're initiating. I think that's what the situation is. All right, let's get something else. Let's see what else. We have the Two of Pentacles, so I see that there's an energy of like deciding decisions. We also have the Seven of Wands here, okay? So I definitely feel like this is a situation where somebody's trying to stand their ground. They have strong belief systems. And I guess like someone's debating on whether if the belief system is true or right or wrong, okay? Is this possible? You know, am I wrong in my beliefs? Okay, kind of like when I was second guessing, is this chick playing mind games with me? What is going on? I have no clue. I'm not aware of this language. This person is not aware of the language. They're like, what's going on? This is why we have the Eight of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck here. This person's like, I'm really trying to figure out, like, they're trying to master. They're trying to master an action here, or master, like, their stance. But they feel a little like, they're a little like, I'm not sure. And usually when you feel like not too sure, maybe that means, like, maybe possibly you need to double check. Let's go through something real quick. Behind the Eight of Pentacles, we have the Empress here, and we have the Ten of Wands here. Yeah, I also see that maybe you or somebody else is not putting up responsibilities that they're not supposed to be putting up with. They're like, this is definitely one-sided. With the Empress here, I do see that this is something about, like, you know, I'm putting work into something that is not, I'm putting my own energy, I'm creating my own finesse, you know, that I shouldn't be doing. It makes no sense, you know. If something's one-sided, it's mine. It's like working for a company and then you create everything the way how you want it to create, but it's not your company. You're just a worker. You're just an employee. And especially if this is in love, I see that this, like, you guys are just like, okay, well, you know, why would I be entertaining something where that person's not going to stay in a long time? Should I be holding these belief systems? Should I be saying hubby, wifey to this person? Excuse me. Because something's off about this person, especially if this person's coming in and out here. The way how they're going about things, all that, something's off about this person. So you guys are getting the off feeling. Oh, this person's getting the off feeling about you. It's raining like really hard. We have the King of Wands in reverses. So this is somebody who's looking at the details. They're paying attention to the details here. We also have the Five of Wands in reverse as the over energy. So this is about, like, okay, like, you know, I have some inner conflict going on here. I'm not too sure. It's really bugging them. Because it's like, I can't look at, like, the bigger picture if, like, the small things are not, like, handled. The small things is actually what makes the bigger picture. And I guess with the Seven of Wands, this is their minions. The King of Wands has minions. Hear that? The King of Wands has minions. The King of Wands people don't agree with what this person's beliefs, what the belief systems are. They don't believe it. And this person's like, And we have the Five of Wands as well. So it may be like, what, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It may be 12 people that's not with the, you know what I'm saying? They're not like, and this person's like, maybe they're right. Maybe they're right about, like, you know, my belief system. Maybe they're right about my stance. Maybe that's not appropriate. Excuse me. And we have the Devil here. I feel like you guys are connecting, or this King of Wands is connecting with something quite toxic here. But I do feel like it is genuine at the end of the day with the Ace of Wands in reverse here and the Hangman here. It's like we can get there, but it's not there yet. And that's why people are like, okay, you know, this is not correct here. Like, for my situation, I know somebody was like, okay, well, my ex-best friend and I know I keep talking about it because it's like, it's something where it's baffling, where we make this a trend. We make this like, it's a thing. And it's like, no, it needs to be justice. Like, you can't do that. Like, it's not that you can't do that. You can do that, but it's like, it's not fair. Why should you have to hurt that way? Why should you have to do that? Why is nothing being handled? That's like, okay, rape. Okay, it just happens. Men can't control themselves. It just happens. So we're going to put a law in place so that way it won't happen. What do you mean? Just that? How you know that's going to stop them? We're going to really scare them. Okay, that's nice. That's a step. Okay, maybe that's not a good similarity. Maybe that's not a good comparison because they actually did something about it. But with this trend, where, like, you know, with mind games, messing with people, and all, nothing's being done. People just leave. And they're like, okay, you know what? They regret it. No, they're not. And they'd be like, oh, well, or if they don't regret it, then it's like, you know, like, no, it needs to be right then and there. I want instant gratification because it's like, you need to see your actions. You don't know that you could be making this person homeless. You don't know if you don't know you ruined this person's reputation. You don't know that you made this person, like, convert to being a prostitute, or you know, maybe, like, spreading things around, or maybe, like, you know, a bad girl or a bad boy. You don't know that. And yet still you want to do something like that. This is why I say be careful. Like, you know, what you do to people. Really use discernment here. So yeah, this person or you guys, or maybe this person, they're like, you know, like, maybe my stance is wrong. Okay? Maybe my stance is wrong. You guys hear that? He likes to build like he likes to build a fort. Alright, anyways, I was trying to find my nail clipper. So my skin came off. Alright, let's see what else. We have the Four of Swords here. So your person, or this King of Wands person, is thinking. They're thinking. They're meditating right now. I feel like also somebody's angry. Somebody's pissed off right now. Because they're like, this King of Wands is catching on. Because the stance, it's like, why are you fighting for something that's like, that maybe not, it's not yours. And this person's like, So I feel like for some of you guys, this person's stance is correct here, but maybe how strong this person's coming off here, maybe not so so much here, okay? But the person, I still feel like they're right. We have the Ace of Pentacles. Yep, we have the Ace of Pentacles and the Justice and the Two of Cups here. You are right. You are right about, like, you know, your belief systems, but you're wrong about the opportunity. So for example, to clarify, maybe, for example, I'm just using this as an example, okay? But like, maybe like, okay, you were right to, like, you know, for my situation with my ex-best friend and my ex-boyfriend, my situation is like, maybe instead of, like, you know, fighting so hard or going or talking to my boyfriend or my ex-boyfriend, my nose is itching, you know. So maybe instead of going so hard and talking to my boyfriend, maybe the stance that you took, like, okay, you were kind of right to approach this person, but you were wrong about the opportunity. Maybe he didn't want to give you the opportunity. Maybe that's what he was trying to tell you. Maybe he was trying to say, I want to be with this person here. That's why the Ace of Pentacles is in reverse. That's why it's fair. That's why we have the Two of Cups here and the Ace of Cups here, and the Magician in reverse, and the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, and the Ten of Swords in reverse. That's you. You're like, I had enough. I keep meeting people who keep cheating on me, who want to get with my best friends or my boyfriends here. That's why this person at the time is coming in and out here, and maybe you guys were coming in and out or something like that. So the opportunity went to the wrong person. Stop. He's scared. My shoes, you hear it? So we have the Six of Pentacles. Yeah, this person's wondering, like, why is this so one-sided? Like, really, like, it's like, really think about it. Like, why is this one-sided? Because I feel like maybe okay, so this person, so this is an example. Okay, so that example, right, as I said, right, maybe I shouldn't be going too hard on my ex-boyfriend, right? Maybe I shouldn't be talking, which I actually did. I was actually, like, talking to him and stuff like that. So, you know, this is true in some way, right? So, so I was, but this is everybody, right? So, you know, but an example, this guy, or this is you guys taking a strong stance. Oh, no, like, this is not the way how it should be, yada, yada, yada. And then, you know, something tells them, like, fall back. And it's like, wait, why am I falling back? And it's like, okay, well, God or the universe or the signals is like, I want you to fall back because I need you to think about your stance. I need you to think about the little details. Yes, you're defending yourself. Yes, you're knocking these people down that, kind of, like, disagrees with you here. But what you should be thinking about with the Four of Pentacles and the Six of Pentacles in reverse, what you should be thinking about is, why is something one-sided here? Why is this something one-sided here? Or if it's not, if you feel like, if you think I'm, like, making this up, with the Four of Swords, that talks about thinking. The Six of Pentacles is in reverse. What's clearly on someone's mind is this one-sided energy here. Why am I doing all the work? And why is this person not doing all the work? That's why we have the Ace of Pentacles in reverse and the Justice card. The Pentacle was supposed to go to a just side. You was not the just side. That doesn't mean that you were wrong. That means that your karma is not with this person here. Karma is not fair with this person, clearly, because it's one-sided. Right? Justice, the Ace of Pentacles needs to go to this side. You know why? Because balance, the Six of Pentacles energy, that give and take is equal. That's what justice is about. Justice is about being fair. It's not about wrong or right. It's about, like, it is about wrong or right depending on the circumstances. But since we're talking about the amount, because the Seven of Pentacles, it talks about somebody taking a strong stance. Two of Pentacles is about give and taking. It's about it's this energy is about an amount, right? So the universe, it tickles, is saying, think about this one-sided energy here. Why is it give and take, and why is the offering one-sided now? We have the Star card here. This person's hurt, or you're hurt. This King of Wands is hurt. Maybe this is because of an Aquarius here. It's one-sided because of an Aquarius here. Or this is just, they're just hurt because this is one-sided. They're realizing that, wow, this is really one-sided now. I see. You have the Five of Cups in reverse here. So this is great. That means that someone is not in this stance, or someone's not in this energy of like, whoa, it's me. I'm not feeling sad that I'm second. I'm first. You guys are putting yourself first. This King of Wands is putting themselves first here. The Five of Cups also talks about what are a third party situation. There are two red cups. There are two red cups that has blood in it. One cup that has, let's just say, green in it. Okay, I was trying to say not blood, okay? It has green sauce in it. Why is there two cups that's green and one cup that's, why is there two cups that's blue, red, and one cup that's green? Think about it. So you mean that if this was if this was a group of three, you mean that I was the only one putting in the work and these two wasn't? This is why the justice, this is why this opportunity goes to them two, or this is why the opportunity goes to someone else, not you. You putting too much work in. That's unfair. That's not justice. And that doesn't mean like they're more high vibrational than you guys. It doesn't mean that. It just means that that's the this energy is about the amount. We're not talking about like, oh, this person hurt my feelings, this and that and third, right? What is, and that's probably I just probably figured it out. I don't believe it, but I believe it now. It's probably what the situation is with my ex-boyfriend and my ex best friend. It's about how much work are you willing to put it in, right? If he wanted to go to a job, because honestly, let's be real, the job that we were working at, he wasn't really doing anything. I was putting in more of the work. He just worked there longer. And then the job that I work at, the job that I was at the time, you got to do more work. It's a lot of work. If I would tell you the field that I was in, you guys would be like, yeah, that's definitely more work. I see the word on, period. So we have the Lovers falling on the floor now. That's crazy. I've never actually got like this read that's so strong. Like it's real strong. The moon is going into Cancer today at 1:45, I believe. It's in Gemini right now, but I love when Leo's is. I feel like I personally feel like when the sun is in Leo, it's like let's get this work. Like let's let the truth come out. You reap what you sow. I love like Leos, bro. Even though Leos be like setting people up and stuff like that, like it be serious, man. But a high vibrational Leo, when a Leo want to get something done, they get it done. Like they really do. Like, I'm telling you, there was a Leo that I knew, I swear to God, because he was coming off as, like, he didn't really care, and I'm like, you need to care, this is my safety. And I swear to God, like, like, he really, I felt like I was like, do you want to get me fired? Because my ethics and his ethics, I'm not going to talk, but he was on a higher, he had a higher, he had a higher, title than me. But my ethics, let's use your imaginations, my ethics and his ethics, like, you know what I'm saying? But I swear he was trying to get me fired, and he did. And the HR, she didn't care. She just like, you gotta go. And I'm telling you, things almost got physical. Like, it was threatened. It was here. It was here. It was about to get it on, you know? Now it's just like, nah, I'm good. That's why I'm like, I don't like America. And I see the word thank you. I don't like America. Because I'm like, I told you this happened, and you not taking it, and you not, like, handling it. You telling me, like, oh, all of this department is about just holding records? And I'm like, so why they hiring you, so many of you guys, so much protection, if you guys are just supposed to keep records? If I wanted chronicles, I would have, like, kept my, don't I have my own records? Oh, anything can happen. What makes you think that, yeah, anything's not going to happen? Like, we work at systems, and the computer shuts down. Things could be wiped. Because I put my trust in you, now there's no record. Oh, I don't know, now I have to start all over again? F that. Fuck that. I don't like America, and I will always keep saying until America get it right. And when they do get it right, I still don't like you, because you didn't listen. You want to listen when things get hot. Like, you know, it's serious, bro. That's like people too, and that's why people's kids be coming out. I'm not saying, but I got my nieces and nephews and stuff like that. That's why people's kids be coming out like that, because it's like you don't listen, and then you want to keep scamming people. But again, going back to this energy, this is about the amounts. This is not about feelings. And I'm happy that the Five of Cups is in reverse. I'm happy that the Five of Cups is in reverse, because now it's like I'm not sad anymore. This is not my emotions. Now I'm seeing the universe, or the tickles, or spirit is seeing that this is about the amount. I was a good person. This person could have been Chinese, or you guys are Asian. I was a good person, you know? I was supposed to be, or this person was supposed to be with this other person because of how much work they put in. My ex-boyfriend used to be like, oh, you just sit home all day. And I was doing tarot readings at the time. I was doing tarot cards at the time. You just sit home all day. And I'm like, okay, you know what? Okay, cool. You know, that's great. You know, I do. Then I got a job. But, you know, at the time, I was like, you know, I was getting help and stuff like that. So, you know, at the time, I got a job and I was working at a high field in him. You know, like, he was just working at a, like, short-term job. You can't stay there forever unless but you can't stay there forever. Like, you can't stay there until, like, you're 60 years old. Like, you gotta go, right? But I was working at a job where you could stay there forever, you know? And I was putting in more work. I was putting a lot of work, man. It felt like a lot of work, but no, the industry that I was in, it was a lot of work. I can't really say it, but, like, it was a lot of work. And you know, all I'm gonna say, it's just like, you know, I'm just dealing with, like, people and them being sick, you know. So yeah, and he was just working in an industry where it's like you just make things for people, you know. But I was like dealing with customer service, documents, and all those extra stuff. And so for me, I was like, okay, I'm tired, but then I still was able to get up, and I was like, hey, can we hang out? Can we hang out? Oh no, I'm tired. Oh no, I'm tired. I just came from work. But I'm like, how is that? I'm on my foot 24/7. I'm putting in more work. I wouldn't say it like that, but I was like, you know, it's still work. But it's like, honestly, I was thinking about that amount, because I'm like, I've seen your job, and it's not that, you know, you know, like, you know what I'm saying? All right. So when I compare and contrast, and he's like, well, it's equal. I'm like, that nothing about that is equal, honey. I said, but it's all a matter of perception here. But he was like, no, I'm tired. But he's naturally tired, so I was like, you know, but it was irritating me though. But you guys, I'm always like, you know, we have the high priestess. The high priestess keeps popping up here. Listen to your intuition here. This is what somebody's catching onto. This is what somebody's catching onto. I'm getting confirmation on this. Someone's catching on to like this amount thingy here. Like, it's like, was you putting in a lot of work here? Or like this person is like, okay, I wasn't putting in that much work. Or I don't know, okay? I don't know. But this person's catching on to this high priestess vibes here. Okay, you guys may be wondering too, like thinking like, okay, well, did you really like him? Did you really love him? You know, because if this person's giving him a job and this and that third, I'm like, well, for me, I'm like, I'm not gonna keep going all in. Like, you guys, I'm not gonna lie here. I'm not gonna lie. I discovered that when I'm teaching somebody, I even made like a whole song. When I'm teaching somebody over and over again, like, you know, because for me growing up, I was like, okay, my love language is teaching people. Okay, my love language changed. It really did. You know, and I'm like, I don't want to be in a situation where I have to teach you. And then, you know, you go to somebody else and it's like, oh, it's fun time. I'm out of school now. What? Who? No, I do not want to be looked like, you know, like I do not want to be looked at as like, oh, I'm a teacher, you know, like I'm like, that's not how I want the relationship to be. And excuse me for not learning English or the language correctly, you know, but it's like, could you give me a chance, right? French, right? Could you give me a chance? Then it's like he like these guys, they go off and I'm like, okay, well, the girl, she is a lot much stylish, is, so this is eye appealing. Okay, the person, you know, they play mind games, they hurt people's feelings, and the guys, they feel empowered by that because they're like, okay, that's a man, you know. And I'm like, you're an idiot. And so therefore I'm like, my love language changed, because I'm not going to go around here teaching you and not taking and not appreciating the lessons here, not appreciating like my style. This is my love language. So, you know, therefore I'm like, listen, I'm not going to teach you anymore. Okay, my ex-boyfriend told me a really great lesson, and I feel like you're listening to this. You listen to the whole thing. Okay, so my love language, it changed. I'm not going to teach you anymore. You just got to know. And honestly, for me, if I'm not dressing up or if I don't feel appeal, because to me, like, I tried the two before. I'm like, I'm dressing up, but it's like, you don't care. Like, you don't care. And to me, that's my love language. Like, I speak through what I wear, how I smell, how I act. Like, it's, everything is detailed with me here, you know. And they be like, well, all guys are not like that. And then we keep using excuses, and that's where we get into relationships where like we're not happy, or we kind of keep it up for them. And it's like, it is not our job to keep this shit up. Excuse my language. Like, you know, it is not our job to keep this up. You gotta twist it, honey. Like, it goes two ways. The film goes two ways here. And it's like, if I'm not dressing up as much, then you're not turning me on as much. Like in bed, if I'm not like, you know, then you know. You know what I'm saying? Like, it works two ways, honey. Okay. And some people, maybe they have to do that because it's like, okay, well, you know, like, he did do this for me. I don't really care what you did for me. I appreciate it. But I cooked for you. I did all this for you here. I do all this every day. You know what I'm saying? And just because yours is long term gratification, I have to do short term gratification all the time. No, no. You know, like, but if that's your love language and that's how you want to go throughout the relationship, then by all means do so. But for me, if you bought a house for me, that's great. I will pay the rent all the time. That is my love language. It's a two-way street. A and B can't make C. Okay, A, it can't, you know what I'm saying? Like, it has to be A, B, C. It can't just be A. You know what I'm saying? Like, A, it's great. I'm acknowledging you're A. But when B comes along, oh my God, you make C. Like, just like a man and a woman. Oh my God, that's great. But then you make a C, a child. Oh wow. Oh my God. Fabulous. Does that make sense? Like, you know what I'm saying? You bought a house. That's great. But you buying a house without me paying, you buying a house, you ain't nothing. You wouldn't be nothing without me paying the rent all the time, right? So we both did each other a favor. And if I can't come up with that, then you come up with that, right? So I mean, like, but if he's putting in more, then obviously you got to get it up there. And now if you taking back and stuff like that, then okay, you have a right. But at the same time, it should be even. You pay all the rent, I find the house. That's it. That's it. It's so simple. You shouldn't have to be slaving yourself away, honey. Like, that's not, you know what I'm saying? So my love is just, you just there, you're just there. And I'll teach you a little bit, but you're just there. Because I'm not about to be looked at like some teacher. Like, you know, like, I don't mind. No shade. I'm just saying, like, I don't want to be looked at as like, you know, I'm your mother or I'm your teacher and you're like, okay, class dismissed, and you want to go to some girl that's stylish and stuff like that, who play mind games or make you feel like a man. First off, your mother part, your family don't love you. Okay? Your family don't love you if you have that kind of mentality here. Because that's not love. That's like devil types energy. That's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's instant gratification. That's not there, and that's not cutting it. And that girl, sadly, or that woman, sadly, is gonna have to keep getting your attention all the damn time. You know? Then, oh, I'm bored. I'm gonna go to the next one. Like, that's how it is. And so therefore, I'm looking for somebody, or I'm manifesting somebody, but I already have this. I sense this person's already there for me. I don't know what it is, but I'm just gonna keep going through it, you know, because my intuition has gotten very sharp, you know. And this whole little situation, my ex best friend, and I don't even want to call it that, but that's what it is, right? But I feel like the fact that you didn't acknowledge that I was this special, I was this title to you, and you guys wanted to play along or play mind games and stuff like that. I feel like I should stop calling you you're an ex best friend or an ex boyfriend, because it's like that title is someone who I'm acknowledging that you did your part, but that right there, it was just like, there's a pros and cons here. For some reason, I just feel like I should stop calling you that, because I'm pretty, like, it's not like that. We use it as like, oh, you know, I used to be ex this, I used to be that. We use it as like a culture. It's like, oh, we're just like, we're feeling good about ourselves, but like, call it what it really is. Was it really that? Was it somebody just playing you the whole entire time? Was it a fraud? That's why I feel like I shouldn't be calling you that. It was never real. I just knew a person before. I'm gonna stop saying that, but I called her a best friend. That's why I say ex best friend. Now you're just somebody that I used to know. It was an associate. It was somebody that I used to mess with. And this person, my ex boyfriend, this person as well. We were just friends. But for some reason, I was, you know, having obviously a intimate relationship with this friend of mine's. For some reason, because I really like them. That's what it is. That feels more comfortable to say. That feels more like, okay. Because that title is like, we're married. That's what it feels like. I know you guys can hear it in my voice. What time is it? Hopefully it stopped raining. Sorry, I just need to know what time is it. So many plastics in here. It is. It's 1:32. All right. Gotta bounce, you guys. But anyways, yeah. So that's what it is. You know, that's my love language. I'm not gonna teach you. I'm not gonna Yeah, it's 1:30. Well, it's something else that says 1:30. But anyways, 1:31 could be important. 1:32 could be important. But that's 3, 4, 5, right? 31. This probably could be a 30-year-old. And I know some of you guys are like, why do you talk like that, like an accent? I don't know. It just comes out. Like, I just stop apologizing at this point. I'm not trying to like make fun of people, even when I'm like working and stuff like that. And if I was like, I don't know, because before, like, even when I was working, when I was with this guy I used to know, when I was with this guy I used to know, bro, for real, you know, like, yo, I was like at my job and I was talking in accents and everything, bro, and I was like, I don't know what's going on. They were like, maybe it's your ancestor, maybe it is, but you know, like, it just keeps coming out here. Maybe the person I'm supposed to be with, they talk like that, you know. You'd be like, oh my god, really? Because that's so sexy. They might be finding sexy, but you hear it. You hear it. But yeah, you guys, that's pretty much it. So yeah, like, my love language changed, all that stuff changed. Like, we don't talk about Bruno anymore. We just keep it kind of to ourselves, okay? But you know, that's pretty much it. Let's get one more card. Oh, my shoes. You guys hear that? Oh my damn shoes. My shoes. Yeah, we have the Page of Pentacles, and what else? We have the Seven of Pentacles. So I see that, you know what? Now that we're talking about this other person here, I see that someone's waiting. They're waiting to give you an opportunity here. I don't know if it's you waiting to give you this person that wants to give the opportunity to somebody else. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. That was a lot. You know, but yeah, I don't know if that's you guys wanted to give this opportunity to the same person or to a new person here. But I definitely feel like you guys are waiting. You've been waiting here. We have Justice and the Ten of Swords here. Yeah, I see that maybe this is about this person coming to you and maybe a different person. They're like, okay, here, like, and maybe that's that person that's like, hello, Gavna, like, what's going on? Blah 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 blah. We have the 10 of Wands here. Some of you guys feel like it's a lot of work. All these cards just falling out here. Some of you guys feel like it's a lot of work, or maybe this person found you through the internet or social media here, but this is somebody who was not supposed to be doing this. They're taking unnecessary, like, they're taking up unnecessary, like, responsibilities. So be careful. Like, if this person keeps doing that, then, like, just tell them, like, I don't want that. Like, I don't want you to initiate that way. I want you to, like, initiate a way that you feel comfortable. I don't want you to do it because you have to do it. I want you to do it out of love, you know? We have the Fool card here. So either you guys are taking an opportunity, a leap of faith, or you guys are taking a leap of faith here, or this person is, okay? Also, since I got my watch out, maybe you guys, like, need to watch what happens. Watch what happens when this person that you guys were dealing with or going so hard for, watch what happens when they actually get with this person here. Or when these two associates of mine, when they actually get together. Even though they'll be like, well, we don't want to get together. I'm in a relationship already. But it's like, why are you in a relationship doing all that? Maybe you swingers. Okay, no shade. But it's like, I don't think I said sometimes. Words, symbolically. I said sometimes, right? You do the fuck. Okay? But anyways, my language, sorry, it's just coming out. I'm just gonna let it be. But yeah, anywho's, yeah, this is something about, like, watch what happens at 132. Watch what happens at 131. Watch. Maybe you guys should look up that number as well. Maybe you guys end up being famous. Watch what happens. I'm hearing, we don't talk about Bruno, no, no, no. I hope I make you feel beautiful. It was our wedding day. So maybe you guys end up getting married to somebody who's, like, British or from Australia or something like that. Like some Meghan and Harry, situation. Or maybe something high vibration in that. We have the Judgment here. And we have the King of Swords here. So yeah, maybe there's somebody new coming in for you guys here, because we have the King of Wands and now we have the King of Swords here. This usually is an authoritative figure. This is somebody who's not really emotional here. But the fact that this person's coming to you to give you an opportunity here, I definitely feel like this is something where it's like, okay, you kind of have feelings for me. This is something kind of romantic, This person had a hard time, a hard future here, a hard past here. We have the World card here. There's 3 major arcanas back to back to back. The Fool card, the Judgment card, and the World card here. All right, you know what? I'm gonna make a judgment call, and I'm just gonna be like, hey, whatever. Let's elevate together. Let's do this. And honestly, I want these two associates to get together because you proved my point. Now people cannot have ex-best. Now people cannot be around best friends. I'm like I hear somebody like, yo, like, this is, I'm telling you guys, I'm like, my intuition, like, I'll say, okay, no, like, I'll be like, this is gonna happen. People are like, no, it doesn't happen. And then there's situations that happens over and over and over again to them, like, just friends, family, just in life. And I'm like, I knew that was gonna happen. Don't do that. Don't do that. The only thing I can't see is what happens to me. But this is why I keep, like, a neutral stance, and I don't do anything bad unless I have to. Like, for example, like, we all gotta do what we gotta do, but I try not to. Try to find all loopholes, because karma comes back to me like that. Like, I won't have no money and I like my money, okay? Or I like my food, like, that's a thing. Thank you, universe. So, like, thank you, spirit, the tables, for, like, giving me food all the time, whether it's free or or I gotta buy it, or I have the funds for it. Like, those are the only 2 things that I'm like, I gotta stay with. But if I don't have that, then other loopholes, and then you gotta do what you gotta do at the same time. Nobody's stealing it and stuff like that. We don't got time for that, but yeah, like, that's what's happening. That's what's going on here. So, like I said, I want these 2 associates to get together. And I know, like, one of the associates, she's already with a guy, but I'm like, you must not love your person if you sleeping, or not sleeping, but if you, like, flirting and doing all this extra stuff here. I'm like, that was mad loud. Like, you're not scared that people know this person and go tell this person. Like, you don't think that's, because I swear, I keep trying to tell people, like, when I'm in the scene or I pop up, like, things comes out, and it comes out. Like, I'm telling you, Like, it's not. And what you gonna try to like do something to me, it don't matter. Like, when you hear the tune, that's why I like energy, that's why I like karma, that's why I like frequencies and all that extra stuff. Because when you hear the tune, you cannot unlearn something, you cannot unhear something. You remember. Too late, you heard it, you know, too late. Like, and it's like, all right, then you have to use discernment. That's why we say use discernment. It's like your body, your brain sucks up everything, but you gotta say yes or no. That's why we have opposites, right? We have left and right, this way, that way, right? Choices. Okay, so yeah, like I said, I want these two associates to get together, because that would prove my point. That would prove, like, not just like for a personal thing, but like to society, there needs to be consequences when these things happen here, because you don't know what you're doing to the third person. You don't know how this person's mental state is. You're a fraud. You're a liar. Like, come on. And then you're gonna work in an industry where it's counseling, or you're gonna work in an industry where it's like, and people like, it's you're young. No, they only say that because it's like, oh, my fault. It's kind of like when you're working at a corporate. Oh, I'm new. Oh, this, I'm that. It's like, no, like, you should have a teacher next to you, because this is important. Who's to say, like, I have $100 in my account. You know what I'm saying? And the next minute I don't have $100 in my account, but I'm relying on you giving me the exact change, or I'm relying on, you know what I'm saying? Like, these things are quite important to be like, oh, that doesn't happen. You never know. Are you seeing the future? Are you a tarot reader? Are you intuitive? Okay, no, you don't. This is why it's important to do things like the way how it's supposed to be done, or listen, or be open-minded. Like I said, these people who go around and do stuff like that, and they be like, oh, this and that, yada, yada, yada. I'm like, there needs to be consequences. You need to learn how to be nice. You need to learn how to, like, see things. Because like I said, you just don't know. And like I said, this will prove my point for the fourth time, for me interrupting myself for the fourth time. This will prove my point. You cannot have females around males and males and a couple, if this person is not controlling their selves, if they don't have discernment. You cannot be around that. That's why they like, oh, married people don't mess with people who are single. No, they don't know. And some people are like, oh, that's not true unless you meet a lucky contender. But I feel like the things that I'm saying is not as, like, brutal. But again, it's like, once things get, like, that's why I have to watch. Because something, it may come out, and it's like, you know what, you were right. I'm still over here, like, thinking about, like, I'm going to have kids and stuff, like, with this person. But you over here thinking about, like, oh, I want to have kids with the next person. But I put all my eggs in one basket with you, and now you want to get married and have kids. Found out the family's racist or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I wanted a white woman instead of a black girl. You know what I'm saying? And now you want to cover it up that, oh, I'm not going to date a white girl. I'm not going to date this nationality anymore, so I could cover it up. Like, especially when these historical things is happening. It's like, this is important. You can't just keep moving like that. You need a good upbringing. You need to learn. You know what I'm saying? And even if this wasn't like a historical or whatever, it's just about being kind. Just be nice. Because you never know. You just never know. And I feel like that is a warning. You can hear it in my voice. Like, I don't know what's gonna happen, but that's why I take an approach of, like, I don't know, so I'm nice. And then when you talk to me a certain way, I'm very calm. But I'm like, okay, I need you to learn. Do not do this. Do not cross these boundaries with me. And then I will take it upon myself to walk away, because I don't have time. I don't know myself that much, so I'm gonna walk away. And I want to be happy. I'm making that choice for myself. But if you're pissing me off, like, everybody, if you're pissing me off, like, I don't know, but I tend to do that a lot of the times. But there are some times where I'm just like, no, you need to understand what you're doing, because you're doing this over and over and over again. Let it, like, stop. You need to stop. Right? So it's 1:43 now. So 143 could be important, but that's something about that sequence, 131, 132, 142, 143. That feels like a sequence. It feels like a man dressed in, like, a suit sequence. But like I said, yes, I do want that to happen, because it's like, okay, what did they have? Okay, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Because I remember when I was skipping school, like, everybody go through this here. I remember when I was skipping school, my mom, she locked me in my room, man. She really did. She didn't do the whole key thing, but I'm like, I ain't gonna disobey the chick. Like, like, I'm gonna be locked in my room. Like, what do I look like? No. What do I look like? But it's like, I was sitting in my room and it was raining that day. I think it was, and I just heard the kids laughing and the sun was just shining on the freaking building a certain way, and I'm like, I'm like, and I made a decision to myself, I'm not gonna skip school. I'm not gonna be this bad thing. I'm not gonna be this bad person anymore. Because I want rewards. I want rewards. I want these things. And I'm like, and that's what I discovered. I'm like, everybody go through these things here. And I'm like, why is it that, like, I'm the only kid, or I rarely see kids like me? They end up choosing the bad side. And you know how I know? Because they got that look on their face. I'm out, like, it's like, should I not? Like, it's confusion. If it's confusion, that means that something's off. Think about it. So that's where we're gonna leave this at, right? Yeah, I just want justice. I'm like a fair person. That's why I don't go around messing with people's guys, girlfriends, boyfriends. I don't do that. I don't scam. I don't do all that stuff. I'll tell you, like, hey, I don't know, but, like, and if I don't, like, it's not my fault. you know like, it's not my fault. I have to go learn, or you could go teach me. That would be nice. But if you don't got time, then okay, I'm gonna just keep it. You don't have time. But sadly, people in this world, they like to scam all the time. And I can't be authentic, but I don't try. I do. I am authentic here, okay? We don't try over here. We don't talk about Bruno, but we try for a reason. I mean, we are for a reason here, okay? And sometimes I try, because and then sometimes if I'm in an environment and I'm like, okay, you know what, I could risk it. I'm gonna be real, okay? And I end up being real, and I'm like, okay, it wasn't that bad. I took a good risk. But it's a short one though, because, like, the people in a situation, they'll, like, they be like, okay, you know what, like, I don't want to be that, and they, like, start, like, 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 going through some stuff. They start, like, just twitching and stuff like that. Then they revert back to their own ways. Maybe you guys know why I'm stuttering, or, like, why I talk that way. Because I'm like, damn, I'm like, okay, this is kind of cute, but I'm like, it's not cute. It is a question, like, why am I talking that way? Like, it's something to think about. It's a food for thought moment, okay? It's a food for thought, like, something. So anyways, this is a really long read. I feel like you guys are gonna blast this on a speaker and just, like, hear me, like, talk about this, or, like, you just not hear me talk about this, but you guys are hearing me, like, and all that good stuff here. I be getting these visions here, and I'm like, do you guys really do that? And I'm like, I'm just gonna be walking by, and I'm like, well then, and I'm like, nothing to see here. I swear, like, one of you guys on the stream, like, can I have your autograph? I'm like, but if you guys hear me, if you guys can ask for my autograph or stuff like that, I wouldn't mind, but just don't make it hot, because regular person out here, okay? Anyways, that is all that I have for you guys. I hope you guys enjoy it. Remember to like, subscribe, and to share. Look in the description box below, and follow my Instagram. And remember this read. This is like an amount. I've never had a read like this, but I definitely feel like there's new energy over here. This is a new person, a King of Swords, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius here. Okay, so stay in touch here. Stay in touch with this energy here. And I definitely see the energy of, you hear the accent coming out? Maybe you guys didn't hear it, but I heard it. I definitely see the energy of the Two of Cups here. Okay, like, I see something about, like, like a snake is trying to sense you in this individual here, because I'm doing, like, a snake symbol, okay, with the Two of Cups here. I keep doing it, but I feel like somebody's trying to figure out, like, if you guys are, like, connecting emotionally or, like, energetically, and they're both, okay. So yeah, I feel like that could be, like, kind of me with, like, when these two associates get together, but I'm like, I don't know how, because I'm like, I want you guys to get together. I just want you guys to let my point to be, I want point to be proven, because it's like, come on, like, ain't no sense. Why you hiding for? Like, why you hiding? What you do in the dark is coming out to the light. It's coming to the light here, okay? So, hey, like, when you guys discover who I am, you're like, oh, wow. I'm like, hey, what's up? Like, cool beans. Now that we established that, let's keep it pushing and let's change the world, right? So, yeah, but definitely I see that you guys are about to connect or about to vibe here. But we have the the Page of Pentacles, so I guess you guys are going to be getting an offer. And I do feel like this person's going to be taking a stance of, like, F it, like, I like, it's you. I want to be with you long term. And I do feel like, the work that you are putting in, it matches my work. I know that you really went through a situation, or I went through a situation like this, like you. They weren't putting in that wasn't putting in that much work. Okay, so, or whatever the situation was, they got with them. Now it's time for me to give it to you. I feel like it was like a question mark with this person. They're like, okay, cool, and they risk was great. So, like I said, that is what I have for you guys here. I hope you guys enjoy it, and I will see you guys next time. 2 cups, keep channeling that person's energy, but do subconsciously as well. Take some breaks, right? Like we're exercising. Bye.